All right, you guys ready to start?
1 2 1 2.
All right, 1 2.
Everybody good?
I think we're set. So go ahead, Milos.
All right, I haven't listened in a while. We might be rusty, but hey, welcome back to the One Up Costa. All right. Well, like I said, I am rusty. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming back to the One Up Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Milos Bukarec. With me, as always, we have George Martinez, we have Tresford, and our beautiful guest, Ramona. She is an Instagram person, cosplay person. However you say that, whatever the proper word for that is. Model. There we go. Hell yeah. That.
Yeah.
And we also have Adrian behind the camera today. Woohoo. All right. What is up, guys? It's been a while. I don't know when we're posting this. You might not see a break between episodes, but boy, it has been a bit. So, hey, we're glad to be back. How's everybody been? How y'all doing?
Before we do that, would you introduce yourself, Ramona?
Well, that works. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you kind of already said everything I would have said. You know? So, my name's Ramona. I have been doing cosplay since 2011, and you know, that's kind of it.
Nice. That's a long while. That's awesome. You got more than a decade experience. That is pretty cool. So I guess let's just go dive right into questions. Why?
Why?
What inspired you? Let me ask it more professionally. What inspired you to get into cosplay?
So I'm already a creative person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love art and expressing myself through, you know, drawing, painting, whatever. And cosplay is just another form of that, except it combines things that I'm interested in. So comic books, anime. The first convention I ever went to was I dressed up as 60s Burt Ward from the Batman TV show.
Nice.
And I went for this whole purpose to meet Adam West and Burt Ward and, you know, and get their autographs and stuff. So that was like my first intro of like cosplaying. And I remember making things out of cardboard and like going to the tailor down the road to help me, you know, alter existing clothing pieces from like the thrift shop and whatnot. And from there, it just kind of took off.
Oh, that's awesome. So,
off topic, real quick. You said thrift shop. Have you guys like went to any like thrift shops recently to like find some good clothing and stuff like that?
Is this a style haul? What is this?
no, I mean, hey, a bunch of these microphones are from pawn shops, shit like that. I got a bunch of my film gear from there.
Dude, yeah, because like you guys have obviously heard of what's that song? Adrian, help me out. The song.
Thrift shop?
What are we going? Hey, no. She's going back 11 years. You're going back like 57. What the fuck?
It's like, what was that song? Thrift
I
shop?
like how he was like, what's the name of that song? Is it the one about the thrift shop?
Anyways,
What's the number to 911?
I can see that over here.
These little rascals too.
So why do you ask? Like,
Well, you brought it up. I'm just going off that. Why did I bring it up?
yeah.
Too soon.
Hey, no, I was just thinking about like thrift shop, like, because recently I've been trying to go to like more thrift shops to find like just good clothing. I don't know. I don't know how that's funny.
I think the transition from topics is what makes it fun.
That's exactly what I told you earlier. Remember? We were talking earlier. It's like. So wait, why am I? I'm like, you say the funniest shit out of nowhere. Literally, like, where the hell? So keep doing that though. Keep doing that though. It's beautiful. We love it.
I've just been thinking about thrift shops lately. I've been trying to find like some nice old school, especially like vintage old school tees. I like that stuff.
Well, Caesar didn't make it on time, but whenever I hang out with Caesar and we travel somewhere, he likes going to the antique shops.
Yes.
So we'll go to the antique shops and we'll buy like old comic books and like just look at all the weird stuff they
I
have.
would have loved to got that reaction from you when I said thrift shops. That would have been amazing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Hard to please.
Wow. So, to the conversation before we were rudely interrupted. So, did you succeed in your mission? You had a mission to get an autograph. Did you succeed?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Adam West hardly said anything to me. He just was more questioning the poster I brought to him, because I brought this like old, like a giant, huge, like behind the scenes poster that I got off of eBay. And awesome. He just more so like seemed a little put off by it. He's like, "Where did you get this?" Like more in a negative way. He was just like, "Where did you find this?" Yeah. And then he autographed my name and he misspelled it. And then I took it to Burt Ward and he just lit up. He was so excited, and that definitely made my day. Like, he wanted awesome. A photo with me and everything at the table. Like, it was a good experience.
Well, that's perfect. I mean, yeah, and being that is your like first experience at a con, that I can definitely see why you would definitely want to keep going with that. That's super cool. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. So you said you're always a creative, like even from a young age. Like, so it was like drawing or more like just cosplay and stuff. What was kind of first doing creative wise?
Drawing.
Nice.
I think I've been drawing since I was a toddler, and it just kind of like evolved from that. So
yeah, so both of these guys, they draw a lot.
Yeah, I want to get on top on the drawing side, especially the animation side. I know I've said this over and over again, but Hayao Miyazaki was my inspiration on like the whole anime thing and the whole like movies, drawings, and everything. That's how I started like animating as well. What? I guess you started way young, so you wouldn't even know. Can you remember like what inspired you to start drawing? No, I know, right?
No, like that's all I remember doing as a kid. I remember being in like elementary school and redrawing like comic book strips or comic strips from the Sunday newspaper or something, like Snoopy, like
nice.
And stuff. So
do you ever remember like when you got to a point where you actually wanted to get good at it? Yeah, whenever you're like, oh, I could draw like in a different style or like improve it.
No, I think all of that just like came naturally, and I think that, you know, I just realized I was passionate in it and that I would love to keep doing it the rest of my life. You know, because most people that start off as like a creative, they don't typically do it as like a job or anything like that. They just have it as like a hobby for a very long time, and so. You know, I'm just one of those people that's just like, I refuse to do anything else but do something artistic and creative as like a, you know, a job too.
Yeah, I've said it all my life too, and now I'm in finance, so what the fuck did I work?
No, I got into drawing and painting and stuff, but I always like, I think once I started like copying other artists I liked, I was like, I just wanted to get better. But at some point, I'd like, if it didn't come to a certain way that I liked it eventually kind of like stopped being fun, and I was like,
putting pressure on yourself.
Yeah, and so I also got into filmmaking, which I ended up really liking, like doing film and all that, and it felt like it combined like everything I was kind of interested in. So that's why I like really got into it recently. But I tried animation too. I was with Tress in animation class.
So did you?
Did I what?
Animation?
Did I what?
Like, were you in like classes for that? Since you said you had a lot of interest in it.
I had a lot of interest in it. I tried to find classes that were closer to me and like in the vicinity where I lived. And so far, when I was searching, couldn't find any. And with George, that was the only class that they were offering too.
Yeah, it was the only class they had.
Basic.
It was like Flash animation.
I was like, wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but in my free time, I think like you said about drawing, if you have a passion for it, you find a way to actually like move through the avenues. So in my own free time, I started drawing, started watching videos on YouTube. It's like a catalog of like, I mean, it's basically like school.
Yeah.
So I had my whole like section on YouTube on how to animate. So I started.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually done a bunch of little short animations here and there, short films too. But yeah, I'm always just gonna remember the pod just because that's so funny.
Wait, what?
It's just dumb little animation.
Oh, I gotta see it later. I gotta see it.
And the joke is so stupid that I think the reason I find it funny is because I'm a foreigner, and so is he. I think that's why it's funnier than anything, specifically because nobody else calls that smoking but us.
Really?
Yeah.
For real?
It's teaming.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So like if a pot, if you have like the air like coming out of the pot, that's not smoke, it's steam. But I understand as a person who spoke broken English and who has family who currently speaks broken English, that's why that was so fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Otherwise, I don't think Americans would find that funny. But to me, it was perfect, and I'm so glad I was part of it.
Thank you.
Part of me said that.
Just gonna smile and nod.
Yeah. We'll show it to you later. It's gonna be pretty.
Yes,
it's
please.
pretty. It's
I
pretty
would love
dumb.
to see it.
Oh my god.
So, that was your first cosplay you talked about.
Yeah.
So, when did you actually kind of start thinking, oh, this is something I can kind of do, actually want to do for a while, cosplaying specifically, rather than just like the art stuff? Because you've been doing artistic stuff for a while. When you decided to focus on like cosplay? What kind of made you do that?
I think that convention.
Oh, really? Oh, just that? Hell yeah!
It was such a great experience because I remember meeting a lot of my favorite comic book artists. Like I met George Perez, and he just like was so over the moon about like my little like cardboard and like shitty like super glued costume. He was like, just all these people were just so in awe of me, just trying to create something that I've never done before, and being kind of proud of it. And I remember. Someone from like the Dallas Morning News also took photos of it and put on their website for the convention. And oddly enough, a couple photos that I have of that costume went like viral on Reddit too. So just like receiving all that like love and support, and also me like finding joy in like the reactions.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't know, there's just something about like creating something and then showcasing it, and people, you see their reactions in real time, like being so excited to just come up to you and be like, oh my god, like this is great, can I take a photo with you? Or they'll ask you about, maybe like the TV series or something, you know? I think that just kind of, it's so communal, and I don't know, it's just really fun. I
love the cosplay community. Like they're super cool. And they're, a lot of them are willing to go along with stupid shit. But what I mean is, when I go to cosplay conventions, I always like to take pictures of like multiple people doing something dumb. Like you'll find like two people either like chasing each other, fighting each other, do something kind of like where you wouldn't expect two characters to be doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, so could you want to do that? They're like, sure, yeah. Like almost all cosplayers I've ever met are super cool.
Last time I went, all the Spider-Mans found each other and just pointed at each other. There were like 30 Spider-Man just in the circle.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's glorious.
That's my favorite thing about conventions. It's just all the goofy things that you'll see that like if you were to do anywhere else, people would be judging you and look at you weird. But in a convention setting, it's like you're around like your people, Yeah.
Yeah.
I have pissed off one guy really, really bad though, which is funny. I was drunk. There was at
a convention?
Yes, there was an Obi-Wan cosplayer that I've run into probably about 9 times at convention, and like I said, I was plastered throughout the whole time. So I called him Space Jesus every single time. I was like, Space Jesus, Space Jesus.
I would too.
And he got so mad by like probably the 5th time, and I kept on doing it every single time after that. It's a big convention, but still like the common areas are always there.
Of course.
Every single time, especially because he got us in nerves of like Space Jesus. He's like, stop. Poor Space Jesus. Forgive me, Lord.
I know you guys talked about like attending conventions as like just casual, people just not interviewing people.
Yeah.
Have you guys had like weird experiences or anything from like cosplayers or anything other than like the Space Jesus? Because I'm really curious, like,
I haven't quite had like a weird experience. I had like an awkward moment with like Danny Trejo.
No.
what happened?
That was always fun.
So I had met them. I went in line, and you know how they always charge a lot, but but what was really cheap is if you just take a selfie with them. So I'm like, I had my camera with me, so I grabbed my DSLR and I was like, can we just pose for a picture? So we took a picture, and then we did like one regular picture and one like arm wrestling. And then later that same night, I ran into him at the lobby, and he's like waiting for a car or something. So I started talking to him. But I got to a point where I didn't really know what to say. I was like, I don't know what to do in this conversation. So I kind of just asked like a random question. And he's kind of like, I don't know. Aww. And then like his bodyguard just comes in. He's like, and he doesn't even look at me. He's like on his phone, walks in front of me and just goes, that's enough. And then I look at Danny, and Danny just shrugs. He's like,
wow.
Like he's like, oh no.
That made me feel so bad.
I felt that was awkward for sure.
That's funny. But because the guy knew the signal where Dan is like, I'm done with the conversation. I don't know what the hell this guy wants.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of nice, because there are people like
Dude, the best interaction I had with like a kind of celebrity or like an actual celebrity was Stan Lee. So I got to meet Stan Lee and I got to talk to him. Like I shook his hand, and that's like the only time I had that like starstruck moment where like he started saying something to me and I was like, just the sound of his voice, like I almost like zoned out. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But he's basically like saying like, it's great to meet you.
How long ago was that?
It was like 6 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, I've met Stan Lee before. It was like shortly after my first convention. I met him, but I think at that point, like, he was just doing every convention. Like, they were just really putting him through the ringer of, like, you know, appearances. And when I paid for his autograph, I remember the line being, like, super long, and they're running late and behind. And when we finally got to the table, it was just kind of like a conveyor belt. He didn't even look up. Like, people were just, his assistants were just, like, passing stuff in front of him, passing stuff, moving it. And he was just signing. And I remember, like, trying to say something, and he didn't even hear it. He was just, like, concentrating, like, never once looked up, and I felt so bad.
Yeah, that's no fun, man. Like,
yeah, and I know it's not on him. It's more so like people are really trying to, like, I think his team was really trying to, like, push, trying to get all that money. You know what I mean? Like all those appearances and whatnot. And I felt really bad for him.
Yeah, and that sucks because you kind of like a lot of times what people forget, and this is just fucking human because we're our brains are wired weird. We just forget that these fuckers are people too, man. You know, like all these famous people, cosplayers, everybody, they're regular dudes and chicks just like you. So, like, privacy, people get burnt out, all that like applies to everybody, man. You know, and like hats off to like all of those people, like for example Keanu, who's always, you know, we always hear good stories about him. Like the guy was still behind, do whatever, you know, after he's done. Like if I find a celebrity and I say, hey, you want to take a picture? Like, nah, I'm busy. I'm not gonna get mad at that guy. Like, he's family time. You don't, like, one, I don't even think I'd interrupt him there with a family. I'd just maybe just say hello. But like, even if you like, don't get mad if people are, you know, are a little off-putting and stuff like that after they're cosplayers specifically, or like famous people like that, they get burnt out. Just leave them alone, chill.
Yeah.
But so after your first cosplay, then you said that was kind of like your main get into when you went to get into it. What was your next one? What did you start off with?
Right after.
Well, okay. So
I can't remember.
How about this? What was the first one? What was so because you were making all of them yourself, stuff like that, right? What was the first? Well, go ahead.
Actually, a lot of the costumes I have are commissions.
Oh, right.
And whenever I do have something that's commissioned or any part of it that's commissioned, I always credit them on like my posts and stuff. I can't sew, unfortunately. For a cosplayer, I can't. But I do like to support my friends that do know how. That's awesome. So they help me out. The only thing that I really know how to do is just like accessories and props and stuff. So I work with like foam and like warpla. And,
Nice. Oh, so the really, really fun stuff.
Yeah, really fun. Like three-dimensional stuff, you know?
So it'll get you the basic look, but you'll do what actually makes it special. That's awesome. Yeah, that's super cool. What's the, have you made any weapons? Do you do stuff like that too, or?
I mean, I made a couple.
What's the biggest thing you made? That's what I want to ask. What's kind of the biggest thing you made?
I don't know if it's the biggest thing, but it's definitely one that I'm the most happy about. I made a Green Lantern Jessica Cruz costume. She's like the female Green Lantern. And she has like, you know, like the lantern. Yeah. And I made one with like stuff that I found at like Home Depot, and it actually lights up. Like it's like in the same shape as like the one of the comic book. Like it's not something I just bought. Like it has like this huge like handle on it, and it's just, I've never made anything that like lit up or anything before that time. And I remember so many people geeking out over it whenever it was sorry.
And another one down.
The studio's falling apart.
So we have our foam panels around the wall here that are not exactly greatly adhered to the wall, and they'll fall one after another, and that happens. That's hilarious.
Like the 6th one today.
Yeah, at least. Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, just that's probably like my biggest and like most exciting thing. I think any prop that lights up is super
that's
cool.
awesome.
You know, especially like when you're in a convention setting, or like a lot of these conventions have like raves or like dance parties or something afterwards. It's always really cool to have the light up.
Yeah.
You know?
Nice. So this is kind of leading to something here. How are you with makeup? Like,
makeup?
Yeah.
I'm decent.
Decent? Okay.
I'm decent. Why?
So the reason I ask is, George, we got a new prop person we can use for movies. Because
you wonder for prop and makeup?
Yeah. Props and makeup. Let's go. We'll call you up.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. The one thing though that kind of that a lot of people don't realize. I kind of want to touch on this, especially early filmmakers. It's a little bit out of the way of conversation, but still, a lot of times, people want to make their first film. They'll look at people, they'll find people like you who are good at stuff like that. Be like, hey, work for credit. See, that works for actors and shit like that, because like all you're losing is your time, which is valuable, but fine. But people like you actually use material. Makeup is, you gotta buy shit. Props, you gotta buy shit to make it. Those people, I feel like those people should never be unpaid. Because specifically, you're actually wasting money to be on this. It's not just your time that's being wasted as part of this project. Not saying wasted as in whatever, it's going to be a crap project, but, you're giving something away. I'd rather not be money.
Right. This felt like a segment we should have where it says, like, Miloš's film tip.
Yeah.
Just like a banner across the...
If somebody's spending money
your prop maker.
Fucking pay him. Yeah. Or they're driving too far gas, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, I met the prop maker who did stuff for Robert Rodriguez.
Nice.
And she worked on the Machete movie. And she was saying that, like, just they use, like, these fake heads. But depending how detailed you want it and how much you want to actually look like one of the actors, it could go anywhere from, like, $500 to, like, $10,000.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of skill involved in that. And it's really funny, like, back on the topic of, like, cosplay, I did a lot of it when I was living in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I lived there for 7 years. And they have a huge, like, film community out there. Of course, all the Marvel movies are filmed out there, Walking Dead and whatnot. And the people that I've met out there through cosplaying, it's so crazy because a lot of the people that cosplay at those conventions also work on prop and see, like, stuff for movies. So it's really crazy how that also translates. Like, they still do that kind of stuff, like, in their free time at a convention. So you never know what kind of people you're going to meet in that setting.
Dragon Con?
Dragon Con.
Yes, that's over there, right? Yeah.
I go every year.
Oh my god, I want to go so bad.
2014. Yeah.
Oh my god, that seems so much fun.
What is it?
Dragon Con is a convention in Georgia.
About dragons?
No, you would think just based off of the name, but it's just a big mishmash of, like, all sorts of entertainment and pop culture. So you get anything from, like, your furries all the way to, like, your comic, your anime stuff. It's just like a big mishmash. And it's a big party convention. Like, it takes place in 3 hotels. It takes up like 6 blocks of downtown Atlanta.
Oh wow.
Like, it is an amazing experience. But if you don't like parties or anything like that, you would hate it because it gets really packed, it gets really loud, everyone's usually drunk.
Sounds like my convention.
But like there's so many raves and like dance parties and stuff like that, and sometimes some of the guests that go will kind of pop in and like be on the stage for some of them. Like I remember I went to this, like, it was supposed to be called I don't remember the name, but it was like a Harry Potter themed rave. And the guy from What We Do in the Shadows was there. I think his name was, he plays the, have you guys watched that show?
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen both the movie and the show.
The show. He plays the one that wants to be a vampire.
Oh, Guillermo?
Yeah, Guillermo.
I forgot his like actual name, but
I forgot too. I'm blanking, but like he just randomly got on the stage and was like dancing to Britney Spears and everything like that, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!" It's a great convention. I highly recommend.
If you don't know who he is, he's also in Blue Beetle. He's like the scientist.
Oh, wait, scientist. I watched the movie, right?
Yeah, he's scientist. He's the one eating the burger at the beginning. That they.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that movie was great.
It was.
I loved it.
I haven't seen it.
I loved it. I mean, I know
it's fun. It's a fun movie.
It got review wrong of shit, but I think it was great.
Okay.
I think, like, for me, I thought it was gonna be like really short, like cheesy and corny, but
and
like,
it was,
but I think what made it special to me was I'm from a Hispanic background, and there's so many things I could relate to. Like I had to drag my mom to go watch it with me because all the stuff like was so. It just felt like our family. Oh, yeah. So just all the nods to like that culture was just
100%.
So a lot of things you don't really see in typical like Marvel movies.
Yeah, and I mean as a foreigner, like a lot of foreign cultures are kind of. Well, my culture is pretty similar to the Mexican culture, but that's why you see a lot of our people getting married to Mexicans. But yeah, so I also really love the movie from that point of view.
I even shared with Miloš a while back. I was like, "Hey, your people took mariachi music too."
We did. Yeah. One of my best friends.
What's it called? Huh? What was it called? Mexico something?
Fuck. What was it? Umix.
Umix.
Oh, like the juice almost. But one of my best friends just got married, and his brother also just got married like a week before him, and we're all from Croatia, and they both got married to Mexicans. So yeah,
wow.
Our people are really like our people and Hispanics are really close. I guess that way. That's kind of funny. But yeah, so speaking of Dragon Con, I know a couple people who go every year just for their LAN parties. Like they drag their fucking huge PC builds all the way over there just for that.
Yeah, it also has like a huge gaming side of it too. Like I said, it's a big giant like mash of like.
That's so loud. It's a bird.
Is there a bird in here?
No, it's outside, but it's pretty close. Since we're gonna get into this next episode, but there's a window that's no longer a window in this room. Yeah, wait for next episode, Christmas special for that. So yeah, speaking of like Atlanta and stuff, what made you come down to Dallas? Why would you leave a place that has Dragon Con?
I was there for a long time. I only moved out there for college and for friends and stuff. And I was just looking for kind of like the next step in my career and personal life. And it just brought me to Dallas. I found something out here, so that's what brought me back. So I've been here for a year.
Oh, back? So this is home base?
Yes, it's home base.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
My first convention here was actually at the Irving Convention Center. So it was... I remember that's where they held all the Comic-Cons and all the anime conventions, like that tiny little convention center. Yeah. And now it's huge. It's this, just the way that it's grown is just. Yeah.
I love that place. I usually just go there for one convention, Retropalooza. I love that convention. It's
that's
so much
a great convention.
Oh my god! Yeah. But I love the guys who created it. Everything about that. Actually, right there, that's the movie that the guys who run Retropalooza made.
Oh.
Yeah. So
that's very cool.
Super Bowl. Yeah. Sorry, tangent.
No, I was, like the first convention I went to, I remember we kind of just came up on it, and it happened that Thomas Jane was there. It was like right after he shot the Punisher. It's after his Punisher movie, he was there.
Nice.
Love that movie.
I kind of feel like a virgin here. Cause like
oh, very first time.
Baby, no. No, cause like the Sonic one was the only convention I've been to so far.
Oh, really? Let's talk about the Sonic convention. How is the experience there for you guys, especially for you that has never been to one before?
Well, for me, since I've never been to one before, since I was the interviewer, that's probably right. Yeah. Since I was interviewing, I didn't really get to like interact in the way that I would have liked to.
Of course.
But regardless, it was amazing just talking to everybody there, and there was so much artwork, so much just amazing. It was just amazing. Yeah. The whole experience was amazing.
You need to go to a different convention though, because that convention was really tiny. It was super small and not a lot to do. So I highly recommend going to like an actual like anime or a huge fan expo convention. I think you would really love that.
Mine will blow up then.
We can go to. I used to go to A-Kon annually. You can go with me next year.
A-Kon?
Yeah, it used to be a great convention, but now it became more mainstream. It used to be a party con back in the day, but now it's just a regular convention. Kind of sucks, but it's okay.
It's not fun anymore.
It's all right. It's just I don't know. Like for me, it's not as fun as it used to.
Milos, I liked it before it was cool.
Yeah. And some of the venues sometimes they pick like this year and the last couple of years they're in I'm mistaken. I'm so sorry. I'm stupid. It was in the Ring Convention Center. The one I was thinking was Arlington. I'm dumb for Retropalooza. But no, so this was at Irving. What sucked about it is that the hotel they did was a quiet hotel. It's like, how are you going to have a con at a quiet hotel?
I know.
How does that make any sense?
It takes all the fun out. Like, how am I supposed to have like my random like orgy parties? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to find those? You know?
Yeah. He doesn't know.
Whoa, relax.
It's funny because like at Dragon Con there's a shit ton of those private like if you gotta talk to other people to find where all the hotel room parties are, or you can just like randomly roam a lot of those floors in that hotel and you'll see like just someone's door wide open and then just a shit ton of people there like doing shots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's how A-Kon was. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that's unfortunately kind of going away from these local Texas conventions. Even A-Fest used to be big for that. Even that's kind of died down. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. But this year I heard it was probably like one of the worst ones I've ever had. I've went to A-Fest once.
You went?
No, I went to A-Fest once a long time ago. Oh. It was a good time, but yeah. So I guess I gotta get out to Georgia. Yeah. For that.
Highly recommend. I'm going next year, so if you guys are gonna go, let me know. Let's show you around.
Let's do media coverage.
I go media coverage.
Y'all cover the cons. I'll cover the parties.
The parties.
I want to go to the parties and see what they're actually like. That would be cool.
Yeah.
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 Have you been to any?
To me?
Yeah.
To the ones at DragonCon?
Anywhere?
Anywhere? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, that's kind of the whole fun of DragonCon is just going to this party.
What's the fun?
It's just awkward phrasing.
Yeah.
It was awkward. I had proper pausing in there. It was deliberate. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was thought out.
Yeah, it was thought out. That's why it's funny. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Last episode Tress is ever on. I'll never come back again.
No, but Tress was a great interviewer at the con.
Yeah, I did my thing. I tried.
I did a good job.
For
And then-
anyone that doesn't know, that's how these guys found me, was at the Sonic convention.
Yeah, we met at the Sonic convention. It was the first kind of press junket or press con we got to go. I think I did one before, but that was on my own. There was a guest we had on the podcast. It was Rick. We had Rick McNeely.
Mm-hmm.
And for his radio show, I ended up going to a comic book show that he was supposed to go to. He's like, I just want someone else to cover it. So I ended up going. And I basically just had to write a paper over it. So it was like more like writing an article.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I took some pictures.
That's very tame for Rick, but okay.
Yeah.
Who's Rick?
Rick McNeely.
I don't know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Or you can watch this episode when it comes out.
Okay.
We don't post that when you write shit.
Yeah.
But again on that. That one's funny.
He was here. I
Yeah,
wasn't
it's up
here.
with this mic, right?
Yeah, because something happened. I don't know.
It just kind of like died.
What? Yeah, your mic's always been quiet. That's why I said I didn't want you to use it. I wanted to use that other one. Hey, Adrian, there might be a gold mic up there somewhere. Can you grab it for us?
Hey,
I think I left it.
Hey, Ramona. So right now, are you listening to what's one song that's on your playlist right now that you can't get out of your head?
Oh, don't ask me about music.
Y'all just grab it.
Oh my god. It's one song on my playlist right now. Well, I will say that my top artist on Spotify was Bad Bunny, so if that gives you any connotation of
I got you.
what's nonstop is, I was the 0.05% of listeners.
You like dancing then?
No, I don't.
Really?
No.
No? It's very hip. It's very like dance music.
I know. I mean, I like it. I like to dance in the private of my home, the privacy of my home, but not
gotcha.
like out. If you were to ask me to go out there and dance, I would be like,
Yeah.
I'll let you have the other one of these.
I'm a dancer. I like me and my friends. Sometimes we go dancing. Mm-hmm. So I like dancing.
oh, that's nice. Where at?
A few clubs here in Arlington, and we're not in Arlington, are we? This is
No,
Fort Worth,
this is
right?
Fort Worth.
Yeah, my bad. But there's one in Dallas. There's one in Dallas. It's a Spanish one.
You help?
I forgot the name. But it's a great one because they play all this like Spanish dance music. It's like so sexy.
Oh yeah, I used to go to. There's a one in Fort Worth called Luna Azul. I don't know if it's still around or not, but I used to go there way back in the day.
You used to dance? I mean, can you dance?
No, I'm white.
Oh my god.
But I mean, I can dance the kola, which is my national dance, which is not good for the clubs. But that's about it.
Wait, what does that look like? Now I gotta see an example.
Bunch of people in line going back and forth.
Oh.
Very simple Slavic dance. That's it.
I think I'm back.
Oh, you're a bit too
Sorry.
loud. Turn yourself
Too loud?
But,
All right.
yeah, this mic is a lot less sensitive than the other one. Yeah. Oh well. All right.
It's less sensitive or more sensitive?
Well, you know what I mean. I'm not even drunk this podcast. What the hell? All right. Now that we're back from the technical difficulties, hopefully we didn't do too much cutting because there was conversations going on. Yeah. Nice. So what is the next big cosplay you're working on?
I've actually slowed down my cosplay lately.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just with age. Like when I was younger and I first started doing it, I used to do I could do 4 different costume changes in one day for a convention. Because when they take place in the hotel, it's really easy to change in and out, or whenever I get tired of something. So right now, all I want to do is just be comfortable, only have one costume, maybe be in it for a couple hours, and then call it done.
Nice. George, advice: mute yourself when you're messing with your mic. Thanks. But yeah.
Yeah, so
What'd you say?
I told him to mute his mic while he's messing with us so we don't hear the mic noises.
Okay.
Jeez, I'm professional.
We're gonna turn Milosh's mic off now.
Nah.
You actually did it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious.
So Ramona, you talked about just like kind of like easing down as you're growing up. What's recently I saw a video on YouTube by Alex Hormozy. I don't know if you know Alex Hormozy, but he just said a few things in a perspective I've never thought about before. What's changed your mindset in life a little bit as growing up?
in terms of facts or just in general?
Just terms in life, yeah.
In life?
Yeah.
I think I'm not too sure. That's a really deep and philosophical question. I would really have to sit and think about that. But when I think about it in the context of like cosplays and not making as much anymore, it's just honestly like I get tired easily in the day now, and I just like being comfortable. So a lot of my costumes now are just for comfort instead of just feeling like.
No, I understand that.
Oh God, did you hit 30s yet? Yeah. That's what happened to me when I hit 30. I'm just dead.
Oh God, yeah, I'm 30.
One of the girls
Gross.
I know. I wanted to jump off of a cliff for my birthday.
Yeah, that's where the tired comes from.
Yeah.
When you get. Well, you're not 30, are you?
I am.
No, you're not.
Dude, I'm like 45.
Shut the fuck up. You're like 28. I don't know.
No. I'm 45.
Get out of here. Go away. All right.
He's been 45 a while.
I think when you hit a certain age, you're just like, you think, like, it's not that I'm less creative now. It's just like, I think I'm more thoughtful about what I want to put my energy to.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I think that's the only big difference now.
Absolutely. Makes sense. And some of us make a decision like that. Others, like me, decide to sink everything I have into a shitty children's card game and I play Yu-Gi-Oh! On the weekends. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So you have a couple. Do you have when you go to a convention? Do you have a rotating set of like specific?
I used to, yes. Like when I went to Dragon Con, like I would have 3 different costumes in one day. Now it's just one and done. Like actually, funny enough, my only cosplay this year was actually the costume you guys saw me in at at the Sonic Expo.
You're Shadow the Hedgehog, right?
Yeah, I was Shadow the Hedgehog.
Nice.
And yeah, I wanted to cosplay at the earlier conventions in the year, but yeah, Tuxie's so damn hot.
Yeah.
You know, like
accurate.
I could not imagine myself dressing up and like being sweaty and gross in this Texas heat. And I'm glad I didn't for one of the fan expos earlier in the year, because I remember their AC went out in the whole convention center, and I was already like sweating in my tiny little like claustrophobic line for my autograph. So I was just like, I would absolutely die if I was in a costume.
I remember one of my favorite episodes we did here with actress and now director Katrina Phillips. We did it in the old building, which had no insulation during the midsummer, and I just remember her makeup started to run mid-podcast because it was so hot. We had to, that one I think we took 2 breaks recording that one because we wanted to go back in and keep going. What also didn't help is we were both, me and her were pounding back beers, so we were like, that gets you a little extra sweaty too. So it was probably one of my favorite ones I ever did, just because conversation kept on flowing and going. But yeah, it was hot,
So
unfortunately.
What made you guys do the Sonic Expo? Like, why that one to do press compared to all the other ones? I'm curious.
Actually, the one who like wanted us to go, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you sign up, see if you could get approved?" It was my brother, but he was supposed to come today, but he ended up having a class, so he couldn't make it.
Also, no spice.
But he was the one that told me about it, so I like just signed up, and I ended up getting like 3 passes. So I was like, "All right, let's go, so we could shoot." So we had 3. So it was supposed to be like at least 1 person on camera, sound, and someone to host. And then we kind of trade off the jobs. Yeah. And we were also, sometimes I'll give Tress the camera and he'd go off with my brother and they'll do interviews. Then I'd go around, collect like B-roll. And I was like using the little 360 camera. So I was trying to come up with like some cool looking shots or something more interesting. But that was like the first time we've done it as the podcast. So
I'm kind of curious, Ramona. Yeah. What did you want to talk about when you said something about the Sonic convention?
Oh, well, so First of all, I want to know why you guys wanted to approach me.
Yeah.
Because the setting was we were waiting in line for the Crush 40 concert, and that line, he was late or something, or they were still doing sound testing. And so I was just curious, like, I'll go off of that and tell you my perspective.
Okay.
Like, what made you want to approach me in the first place?
Is that a question?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
question.
Oh,
Like, I'm just curious, like, what kind of people did you go and, like, interview? Like, what made me stand out?
We also we were looking for people who were actually in costume. So sometimes it's just the few people that did have a costume or something interesting. There was one guy who was dressed like a really accurate Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
And he gave us an interview in character as Dr. Robotnik.
I love that.
We also found Super Mario. There was a Mario in the cat suit. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that.
He was Super Mario in the cat suit.
Yeah.
And he was the person that was with him was this girl that was like a Sonic Zelda mashup.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I kind of want to see that.
I love that.
So eventually we'll put it out, but we've just finished out the video. But we're just looking for anything interesting. And so we also interviewed the Maid Cafe girls.
Really?
And they
That was
invited us
fun.
to go in.
That was fun.
Yeah, do you remember what they made you do? What was it?
No. We don't have to talk about it.
If you have a clip, we're putting it
We'll
here.
put the clip in.
We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to.
Hey, George, can you turn my mic up just a little bit? I think I'm a little low.
No fun.
Thank
So
you.
it was
All
a
right,
lot
thank
of
you.
fun.
Perfect.
You
Awesome.
didn't go?
Not to the Maid Cafe.
Oh. Oh, sucks for you.
Wow.
You're gonna have to show me the clip.
Yeah, I'll show you the clip later.
That's a great way to speak to guests. Thank you, Trustford.
You don't have to.
Do you remember what the phrase was, though?
Dude, no.
You don't know what the phrase was?
I don't remember at all.
You blocked it out. No, it was a cool experience.
They made it.
Oh, there's Caesar.
All right, yo, what up? All right, so Caesar's in. That means that we might actually have to do this special part of the podcast. Take a seat.
No, we
Enjoy
don't
yourself.
have to. We don't
Wait,
have to.
actually-
If he doesn't want to do it, we don't have to.
What?
Oh, yeah. So,
No.
so you're trying to back out?
No.
No. Because I was kind of already on edge, but since he says he doesn't want to,
No, wait.
We're switching that out.
Let's not move forward yet. She's still talking about the.
No, we're
Sonic
good. We're
convention.
good.
No, I want to hear what she has to say. She's not done.
No, we're
Caesar, if you want, you have me that mic, the handle.
You gotta redeem yourself. Just tell us about the
kick you
band.
off.
Oh, and another one just fell. Let's go.
Another one. So what were you talking about? What was it?
No, he's good.
told him by now.
He's good. He can just sit right there for right now. We'll get him on in a bit.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. I'll tell it to them, and you can just watch
Testing,
the
testing.
lines.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Mr. Sucks for You.
Wow.
So now that Caesar's here, he's the one that wanted to go to the Sonic Expo. So it was his idea.
You dragged them out there.
Not really. I just told him to sign up, and I was like, if we get it, it was like, oh, we'll just have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
So we switched out. What's happening here?
Well, hold up. We're not done with our conversation.
Yes.
Take a seat, Caesar. Take a seat right there.
He'd be up
And
the
then
mic.
we'll call you up when we're ready.
Just comment from the side.
Yeah, you can comment when you're ready, and comment whatever. We'll get you when we're ready. Cool.
Unless you want to just jump in, and we'll put you like right in the middle.
Yeah, just like crouched down. He's like thinking about it. Bring your little fold-up chair over here.
Oh, will one of the chairs fit back here?
Yeah, I think so. I can scoot over.
No, keep going.
Too late.
No, just keep going.
We're already doing it.
All right. Well, hey, so another interrupting podcast. Let's go. Very professional. Very 100%. Hell yeah.
Just things moving around.
This is what happens when you wing it, but it's kind of fun. So, for those of you that don't know what's going on, our friend Caesar here brought some spicy Godzilla chocolate.
When he speaks like this, it's so sensual.
It's very beautiful. It's supposed to be ASMR. And yeah, so I know Tressford's gonna probably get out of this in a couple of minutes.
I will.
Once he does, Adrian's gonna come in, and then we're gonna go ahead and do this. It's gonna be 5 of us doing it. I'm sorry, again, both of us are fat, which is a problem. We need to change this out so that we don't sit on different sides of the room. Huh?
That's different.
What?
The chocolate thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna switch out.
Oh, you thought it was gonna be a Christmas
It was
episode?
next weekend.
See, I thought so too, but they're like they want to do this episode.
You gotta do it.
No, man.
If he doesn't do it, I won't do it.
Calm down.
Okay, that's fine.
Rez.
Wait, so then do we just want to do it for the Trez special episode and just cut this whole bit of the podcast out?
She's gonna do it, but
No, if he doesn't want to do it, I don't do
I
it.
just want to finish this conversation.
Trezford, wow. All right, get on the camera. All right, so
She's like, no.
what are you doing?
Caesar taking my spot.
Wait, what are we doing?
Keep going. Just
Wait.
go with Caesar.
Okay, all right. So, I'll continue our conversation about the Sonic convention. Well, we just having.
No, I mean, it's gonna be so awkward.
I don't know what's going on, but cool.
We're keeping things moving.
Should we introduce Caesar? Cesar?
Wait, so they know. Well, okay. If you don't know who Caesar is,
I don't.
Caesar is the man, the myth, the legend, the brother of George. He is the one who basically dragged him out to the convention, but he said he didn't. He is also the king of spice, along with Adrian. Well,
No, I can finish.
yeah. Oh, well. Table 2 slippery. We cleaned it with pine sol yesterday. It's very nice.
These guys are serious,
Thank you
huh?
for the introduction, Milos.
Oh yeah.
That only looks like it's enough for like a few people.
Well, yes, that's enough for all of us.
It's enough. You
Right.
can choose the size, so you could get a little tiny bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
All
cute.
right. So, anyways, the chocolate's gonna be a part of it in a minute. Y'all continue our conversation. What was so? There was something going on. There was something. Somebody was about to say something interesting.
Yeah, so you guys, I remember you guys approaching me, and I remember thinking, oh my god, this is just such funny timing, because literally 10 minutes before I was up at the hotel bar doing shots and getting prepped for the Crush 40 concert. Like, come on, like I have to be a little buzzed, maybe a little bit drunk. So I was already like 4 or 5 shots in.
Nice.
And then I was already feeling it while I was waiting in line because they took forever to get started.
Yeah.
So when you guys approached me wanting to interview me, I was just like, they are not gonna know that I'm just gonna be absolutely chaotic right
They're not
now. And I remember when you guys like went to like go set up or go, you know, get some other people, because I think
Yeah.
it was just you, right? You're
Yeah.
like, hold on, I gotta go get the camera or whatever.
Yeah. We had to set up.
Yeah, I remember I looked over to my friend and I was like, this is probably good. They're gonna regret this so much. 'Cause I was completely like zonked, you know?
That's great.
That's why I talked so much.
I figured.
Wow.
Okay, let's get him out of here.
Fired.
Let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of
Give
here.
him
All
the
right.
biggest piece of chocolate.
You have to eat one now. You're the first person to eat one now.
So that means you're gonna eat one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be off camera, baby. I'm gonna eat one.
All right. So I guess it does transition over to the reason Caesar's here. Like you said, that chocolate, some spicy chocolate you found. What's in it? Explain to us the chocolate.
So it's described as half pound of milk chocolate with Crispies and Carolina Reapers. On the
Ooh.
heat scale, it's rated Inferno.
Oh my.
So I don't think it'll be as bad as the
Oh no, the one ship killed us. Holy shit. So for you that don't know, we did us 4 did the one chip challenge, the 2021 version. I did a 2020 like 2 times, had no problems. The 2021 murdered me, like utterly destroyed me. He was fine. Well, actually, no, you were fine until you went home, I think, right?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, it was horrible afterwards.
Also, welcome Adrian to on camera now. Trustford,
What's up,
take his microphone.
Yeah, just
There we go.
Clip it on your shirt.
Okay, gotcha.
There we go. All right. So yeah, so us 4 did that, and that was brutal. And because we like torturing ourselves for some reason, we're gonna do it again.
I really thought this was next weekend, y'all.
Yeah, I think
Get a chance to prep.
I think it would have been more fitting next weekend, but this is funnier. So especially because we're not prepped. There is ice cream in the house. We do have keys
Okay, I was
for the
about to
house.
say,
So go and get it. Don't
where's
worry.
my ice cream?
We are. Do we want to get it ready, or
I also brought bread if it's too spicy.
okay?
So you can. You know,
Does bread help with
I don't know.
spice?
no, I don't think so.
Right.
Alright.
I like how you said if it's too spicy, and then you're like, no, it doesn't help.
Hey, Trustford, could you do me a
Should we
huge
cut
favor?
this segment?
What?
Should we actually cut this one and then pick back up?
Why?
What do you mean?
Get
So
the
we
ice
can
cream?
get the stuff from inside.
We just need ice cream. I was gonna have Trez go grab the ice cream.
Okay.
Oh, but we need spoons and stuff. I guess we might have to cut.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, pause.
Okay, we'll be back.
Jesus. Sorry.
What?
All right, and we are back after that small, quick cut. We had to get some utensils and everything. Prepare for the chocolate. Tress is back on here for a little bit because we're going to be talking more about movies and other things, conventions, and stuff like that. So where do we leave off? Somebody had something.
We were talking about how when
the
you...
maid cafe.
Oh.
What? The what?
Oh, yeah, you're showing us that. You said you were going to show
No.
on camera. That's why you came back.
We showed
You
it.
wanted to see it, right? We wanted to see it.
What are you even talking about? We're
maid
talking about the Sonic thing, right?
Yeah.
The maid
The
cafe.
main cafe at the Sonic Expo.
Oh yeah, we're talking about the guys. They had this show on stage. It was amazing. We were there.
We were there.
We were there.
Yeah.
Ramona was it. Ramona was on it. No, she missed it.
Me neither.
That's why I got to see it.
Yes, that's what you gotta. Yeah.
It's a performance. They did it. I can't do it for you.
But they said you joined them.
We did videotape it though.
Yeah.
So when he comes out, you'll be able to see it.
I thought you joined them on video. Did you?
Bro, no. Don't
That's
bring
what I
that
heard.
up. Don't bring that up.
Oh,
We're not gonna do
I
that.
thought you.
We're not gonna do that. Not that part. No.
We'll just insert the clip.
All right, you see? Yeah, so the Sonic Expo.
Y'all continue talking about Sonic Expo.
We
What the hell?
also went to the Crush concert like right afterwards.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We stayed there for a while, but we were like to the point where batteries were running out, and we met a guy who was also recording like everything he was going to. So he gave us like all his footage the next day.
Wait,
Wow.
really?
Yeah. But he told us that right at the last song of the concert, his camera finally died.
Oh.
So that's the only thing he missed, and that was the one thing we were hoping to get because one of the guys that was there, one of the volunteers, I think his name was Malachi. He like told us, "Hey, there's gonna be a proposal at the end if you guys can catch it."
Yeah.
And we were hoping the other guy would catch it for us, and we ended up not being able to get it.
I really enjoyed the. I forgot. Remember we talked about Sonic, right?
Yeah.
When they played the Sonic, Shadow. I'm sorry, you were Shadow. So we're talking about Shadow.
Yeah.
And when they played the Shadow game theme song.
Yes.
I
Oh
love
my
that part.
God, that's all I wanted to hear. I was like, that's my song.
Yeah. After that, it was a rap. I was like.
Yeah, same. I was like, I listened. I heard all the songs I wanted to hear. That was it. It's time for me to go. So I left a little early too.
That's
But-
about the time we left too.
Yeah.
So, as a concert goer, I go to a lot of concerts. Do y'all stay for the finishing band? Do y'all stay up to the finish, or do y'all usually try to leave early to beat the crowd? What's your strategy on leaving?
If it's a
concerts?
band that like, I'll stay towards the end and see what they do on stage.
Yeah. I stay for most of it. I think Crush 40 is a little different because I'm, surprised me being at a Sonic convention. I'm not actually a huge Sonic nerd, you know? I just went for the little giggles and to see
course.
how the atmosphere was going to be. But so I only wanted to hear the specific songs I wanted to hear, and then I was down. I was leaving after that. I didn't have any interest of listening to anything else.
Gotcha. I
Plus,
think
it was so late. Like they really pushed that concert so far back. Like it was like 2 hours late or something, and I was already exhausted because there's nothing to do during that big window. So you're just kind of like
taking
standing
shots
in
at the bar.
line.
Yeah.
And then the opening band was just kind of like, okay.
They were fun. They were fun though.
I disagree.
Who was the opening band?
I don't know.
It was like apparently it was like the organizers of the
Yeah.
event have their own little band,
They're
like,
like
a cover band.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, I could tell they were having fun. Like that was really great for them. But like when you already have people waiting so long to see the main person,
Yeah,
you don't
lame.
want to see these other people on stage. Like
Yeah.
no harsh feelings to them. They did great. Their performance, they were really into it, very fun. But everyone was already exhausted from waiting in line. That everyone just wanted to see Crush 40. Like,
I feel like I have a mixed thing on that. I tried to stay for most bands, but it's just that there's certain venues that you just want to try to get out of like quickly, just because of traffic and everything. That it's just impossible to do so. I got kind of lucky. There was a concert I went to recently where I personally just went for the second band, and I was so happy that the third band was just so bland that by the time I left, I looked online, the traffic, but at the end of it, like something, I forgot what the hell happened, but there was some like really, really, really bad traffic coming back from Dallas. So I was like, I'm glad I left early.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
sometimes you'll
understand.
just get caught at that like late night traffic because people are out from drinking too, and there can be
Yeah.
dumbasses doing whatever. So
Yeah.
it's kind of nice sometimes to get out of those early.
Yeah.
There has to be a band I really, really like.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'm probably there.
Yeah.
So what's the last concerts you
Wait,
went to?
I have an input on that.
Oh, go ahead.
I think this was my first one, the Sonic one.
Mm-hmm.
So after that song, I was done. So it wasn't really for me like the whole thing. But I kind of feel like it's kind of like watching a good movie sometimes, especially if it's something you're really into. Like when the end credits start rolling in, the music plays like in itself. It's like another piece of the movie, you know. And sometimes you just watch all the way to the end. This was my first convention. It wasn't that great a movie for me, if you get it. So I'm hopefully the next one we go to, it's like a great movie where I'm like able to stay all the way to the end.
You guys need to take him to a really good one.
Yeah, we
Sonic
should.
Expo was not the best first convention
Yeah.
to take him to. I would not take a first time
I mean,
to
we
Sonic.
went.
Dragon Con,
Dragon
Georgia.
Con.
Drew, Georgia. Let's go.
Yeah, you guys need to do it for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
So back on the whole concert tangent, and y'all want to share what your most recent concerts were?
yeah.
Yeah, what you got, Tress? Let's go that way.
Again, I'm a virgin.
No concerts?
Crush 40?
Are you not a?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, Crush 40.
Oh yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, Crush 40.
You don't go to concerts often? You're not a concert person anymore.
I am with the right amount of people, with the right people.
Okay.
It's just if I don't have those people with me, it's kind of like.
So what's the last concert you went to with those people?
It was like a Kanye West concert.
Nice.
With Mac Miller. That was a while ago though.
That sounds like a long time
Yeah, it's
ago.
been a while.
Love to go to Kanye West.
Yeah, it was fun.
Where's your? You are speaking with your mic, right? Just make sure
Yeah,
where your input is. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Because you keep on coming in and out. I think you're copying. I think you're kind of going into his a little bit. That's okay. All right. Yeah. So what about you? Besides the Sonic one, what was the last concert you went to?
Last concert I went to is probably Travis Scott.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was an experience. I'm not gonna lie, I was really scared to go because of all the.
Oh, so it was after. So it was after the.
Yeah,
the
it was.
Turnpike.
It was
Okay.
literally like this year, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Or you know what? That probably wasn't my last concert. It was probably Little Uzi.
Oh, nice.
But Travis Scott made the most impact on me because of course, the crowd and everything.
Yeah.
But my friend had VIP pit tickets, so
Nice.
we were able to just hold on to barricade and not have people like
Yeah.
push us out of the way. We would have just been in the middle of the pit. Like that was like a crazy experience. Performance was great, but the crowd. If I would have just been like floating around randomly in the pit, I would have wanted to leave because they were
okay.
very crazy.
Yeah, the crowd can make or break
Very-
a concert. Yeah.
Very chaotic crowd. Yeah.
All right, Caesar. What about you? What was the most recent concert you went to?
Right before Crush 40, I went to go see Joji.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun.
Did he do any of his Filthy Frank stuff?
No, he wants to stay away from
Let me
that.
start with.
He does. He's starting to do just a little bit every
Just a
time.
tiny
Just
bit,
like
a little teasing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, at the very beginning, I think it was Lil Toe. It was terrible. Felt like the dude was just
There we
lip
go.
syncing,
Mhm.
his own music. I was like, that's pretty lame. So I was already a little disappointed. But then as soon as Joji got up, I was a little worried because a lot of his music is kind of like slow,
Yeah.
R&B. But no, he put on a show. It was really nice. They had like giant screens moving up.
Nice,
and down,
nice,
and
nice.
Just like a whole scenery made out of them, and it was really cool to see. And then in the middle of it, you get a whole rave. So it
Nice.
was really dope. And then he does do Filthy Frank-esque stuff. So that was pretty fun to see. But I think they're kind of like safe jokes, or
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
say
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's not that funny because it was like President Obama calling in and like calling his sneakers trash. But
Yeah, I saw a couple of clips from some of these concerts where he's doing just a little bit of that, just kind
Yeah.
of dipping his toe in, and you can tell there's only a specific small part of the crowd that's like really into it.
yeah,
But,
everybody
yeah.
starts chanting "Filthy Frank"
Yeah.
every
Oh
time
my
he does something funny.
Beautiful.
Or he can be really into a song, like one of his like slower songs, and he's like humping the mic. It was fun.
Wow.
What about you, George? What was the last concert you went to?
I think before the Crush 40, it was probably Tenacious D.
Oh yeah, you went to that. Nice.
I was there too.
Hell yeah. How was
I think
that?
all the last concerts I went with Caesar. So it
Yeah.
was like, it was Tenacious D, Avenged Sevenfold, and
yeah,
Metallica,
nice.
the two-night Metallica 72.
Nice.
No replay.
No replay. Oh, I should have been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That one was cool. That one made me like wish I would have gotten the pit tickets for Metallica.
Yeah.
Because it was awesome. The stage was like a donut. It was a donut shaped, and they had like pillars on the side. At the top of the pillars, they had monitors on each side. So on all 4 sides of the pillars, there were monitors. And at some point, they started playing some music. They just like released these giant beach balls.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's hilarious. I think my last concert, it was Dragon Force with...
You like Dragon Force? I like Dragon Force.
Dragon Force...
I didn't even know they came.
They did. They were... shit. You should have went. They were pretty good. They were actually really good. My favorite segment of theirs is on the YouTube channel, they do stuff where they just make fun of other bands. Like they do fake Sabaton songs, whatever. They played a couple of those. It was super funny. But they brought this band with them that I've only kind of seen videos before called Nano War of Steel. It's a stupid, really, really dumb comedy band, but they're so good live. Like, they come up, like, there's the main dude's dressed in a fucking tutu. The other guy has an alien mask. You're just like, what the fuck is this? They come on and they absolutely kill the set. You're like, okay, that's beautiful. It's like one of the most perfect live bands I've ever seen.
And when was it?
This was very recently, about a month and a half ago, I think. I need to hit you up, I guess, for concerts.
You're a connoisseur in this, man.
Is there gonna be more? Is there gonna be more?
I don't know when they're coming back again, but I'll hit you up. There's definitely more concerts coming through. It's funny, actually. I bought my cousin's getting married in Australia in February. I bought tickets to go. I bought tickets to go specifically a couple days earlier because my favorite band is coming over there, and they did not announce a U.S. tour. Fucking 4 days ago they announced, and I'm like, fuck, I already bought tickets. I guess I'm going to their concert twice. Whoops.
Hell yeah.
Nothing bad about that.
Go to it twice for sure.
Who's the band?
It's Blind Guardian. It's German power metal. Not something you might be into.
You
but
speak German?
No, but they speak English.
Oh, they speak English?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Adrian? What was the last concert you went to, homie?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Last year in July, I went to the Kendrick Lamar concert.
Nice. How was it,
You
man?
went to Kendrick? Yeah, I want to do that one too.
It was an experience, man. It was cool as hell. Yeah, that was the last thing I went to.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, we all seems to like concerts. That's pretty cool. Except for Tress. I need to go to more.
I do. I love him.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like you love
I love
Yeah.
yeah.
But the one thing that always keeps coming back to me now that you've mentioned Travis Scott is the whole, crowd killing stuff like that. Like that, like almost never happens in metal shows, which is so funny. I'm like, because like in metal shows, if you fall down, the person next to you is gonna pick you up. Nobody's gonna trample you, no matter what concert it is. Like there's it's so funny. That music is so violent and so like, heavy and stuff like that. But no matter what subgenre you're in, yeah, sure, if you get in a pit, you're gonna get a fucking elbow to the face. That happens. But if you fall down, you'll get picked up immediately. Like people, like it's so nice. Even the artists a lot of times will stop shows, be like, hey, look, that person's down, get them up, do this, do that. Like I've seen that happen more in metal shows than like any other genre. Yeah. So I feel like more fans need to be like us metalheads, be nicer. At the Travis Scott sponsor specifically.
It's different because I think it's just the demographic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you get the rambunctious teenagers at the Travis Scott concert. Whereas like the metal shows, these people know how to be respectful. They're much older. Like no one wants to be knocked out and trampled. Like, Well, I mean,
it's
like
kind of fun
when you're in the pit. I mean, I've been to a metal show.
Yeah.
Like I've been in like those pits and stuff. But it's like there's more of a sense of like respect and like boundaries and stuff. True. And like, of course, everyone's going to be like shoving and in a mosh pit, but if someone's genuinely hurt, they're not going to let that slide. Whereas, when you have a younger crowd, they tend to be, whatever, a me only mindset.
Yeah. I still think one of my favorite things I've ever been to, there was a local concert where there was a pit going on. It wasn't too big. This dude brought his like 5-year-old kid. And so all the guys would come up to the kid would just do like a little thing like this, and then they would just go flying off. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. It was awesome. But yeah, so that tangent over. Are we ready for chocolate, or we got some more stuff to talk about?
I have one more
started
thing
with
to talk
chocolate.
about. What?
Go on.
Recently we were talking about the Hayao Miyazaki film. You were, right? Was this on the podcast? Was it?
No.
Were we recorded?
Nope, we weren't recording. We were not recording for that.
Oh, that's terrible. So again,
off camera,
we were talking about the heron.
Boy and the Heron.
Oh yeah, we were. And you mentioned before. It's been a while though. What did we talk about?
It's been a while. Like if it was like a couple days.
Transferred. If you're gonna bring up a topic, homie, have it ready.
Anyways, my favorite animator.
Kind of this episode completely.
Do whatever you want, baby. Anyways, my favorite animator, producer, director is Hayao Miyazaki. He's my favorite. My favorite movie on his like biography of work. That's right? It's Princess Mononoke. So you were talking about it wasn't Howl's Moving Castle. What was it?
Spirited Away.
You remember?
Yeah.
See?
It's like 5 minutes ago.
Okay,
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
What about that movie captivated you?
I don't know. I think it was like the context of how I watched it too, because I didn't watch it in the theaters as a kid.
Yeah.
I watched it when it was like available to rent shortly after it came out of theaters, or not shortly, but you know, however long, like half a year back then, it would be like in a Blockbuster or whatever. And it was during a time where my parents were divorced and my dad lived elsewhere, and I wanted to stay with him for the weekend, and where he lived there was like a movie rental spot nearby, so I picked up a couple movies and I saw Spirited Away and I was like, this looks really interesting. Like I don't know what to expect out of it, I'm just gonna pick it up. And like I think with like the context of what was happening in my life at that time and just the story of like, you know, there's just so much I can go on, but like it's such a emotional, heartfelt,
right movie at the right time.
Yeah, it was
right
just,
movie at the right time.
It really spoke to me, and it's just beautiful. The sound design, the music, so iconic, and the animation. Like I can't even put it into words. It just really made a big impact on me. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, sometimes movies call like that just at a perfect point.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, I just had a big tangent. I lost it. I'm doing a twist. But yeah, speaking of seeing movies in theaters, stuff like that, the one movie I always regretted not seeing in theaters was Mad Max. That movie was so beautiful when I first saw it. I was like, that's so good. And then I had to. That's one of the reasons I actually bought my own theater setup at home just to watch that movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So good. Speaking of fury and fire.
Oh my god, he really wants
to
do chocolate.
Chocolate.
Here we go.
Let's go. Cut it open. We brought some ice cream and
like...
Serving size 1 ounce.
1 ounce. How are you gonna measure that?
We're not measuring.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Ooh, everyone gets a block. It's already pre-cut.
Let's go.
Taking a deep breath here.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're trying to get like a special angle.
Yeah, because y'all really want to do this. There ain't no peanuts in that. Is there peanuts in that?
It's crisp.
No, it's crisp, like Rice Krispie.
All right, I just want to make sure, like, you know, if anybody's allergic.
Yeah, I guess we'll
those
just break
are
it up in
big
blocks.
pieces. Oh my god.
You can take a nibble. You don't have to eat the whole block.
You might have to walk.
I feel like I'm about to take an edible or something with the way that we're describing this.
He doesn't fall.
Nah, I think it's just a boy.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna need some water and some ice cream right now.
All right. Hey, Adrian, would you mind bringing out the water and ice cream?
Blocks are ready.
That was supposed to be facing you.
This smells nice.
What does it smell like?
Pure chocolate.
Oh, I'm sure this is gonna be like super weak, and we're all gonna be disappointed.
I hope that's the case.
I'm excited.
Jenny. Okay.
So Trace will have first bite.
Yeah, it's been decided.
Wow. The panel, only one person.
Put your mic on. Is your mic on?
People.
Is what? Yeah, but Cesar is the only one who said something.
We all voted.
The vote won against what? 1?
5 against 1.
Yeah.
All
right, Trace.
right. I don't think I'll need a water. I'll jump up and get one.
I got it.
Sure, I don't like.
But thank you.
Pass the water down.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna get ice cream.
Do it. Since we are Texas boys, you got to go with that blue bale.
Thank you.
All right. Adrian, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. All right. So, Godzilla chocolate. This was found. You said it's found in FYE. They did sell a bunch of this kind of stuff. I have some has some spicier stuff in there, but I don't know, man. I'm skeptical. Honestly, I'm skeptical.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be that bad, but
Yeah, we'll see. All right. So, Let's go. Pass them out.
All right.
One by one, they shall fall.
Damn.
Violent. Wow. Oh yeah, because you knocked that down with the microphone. All right.
It smells like regular chocolate. Like I don't smell anything spicy.
I'm out here, baby. You did
what kind of
a small
spice is in
piece, though,
this?
right? I'm very.
May I have a napkin?
Yes, absolutely. Here we go.
Give me one, too, real quick.
All right. Here's mine. Pass them down. We need one more. There we go. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. And if we start drooling, we start drooling.
Oh, can I have a spoon?
Yes. There we go. Courtesy of our main producer, Manuel. Oh, you already started?
He's already started.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
Again.
Wait, who's already
The
started?
dress already?
You took a bite?
He just took a bite. All
I
right.
just take a bite.
Wow. We're supposed to go 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
What the hell? All right,
How
everybody.
is it? You're taking bites? Okay.
Wow. Ruining the thing.
Wow.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Hey, Tress.
Yeah.
Your piece. I'm waiting for Tress.
What?
Trust
I already ate mine.
Such a liar.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
It's not as bad as the one.
Cheers, Tress.
Cheers.
Oh, God.
I
This
taste
reminds me of the
spice.
one chip. Uh-oh.
Ah, yo,
I
yeah.
took a big bite. Oops.
Yeah.
That's pretty good actually.
I can taste the spice.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm. Same as the one chip, yeah. Same taste.
Yep.
Chocolate's kind of nice to make it blander a little bit. But yeah, I feel like this is doable. As long as it doesn't get worse.
The more it sits in your mouth, the worse it gets.
It is.
I'm just waiting patiently.
I finished it, so.
Are you done already?
You finished it?
Yeah.
That was already too spicy and took a little baby bite.
Tress just up there eating his vanilla ice cream.
I did take a.
Did you take a bite?
I put my teeth on it.
Weak.
Like licked it.
Well. Are we waiting or are we going for water?
Boy, give me another. No.
Oh my god. You guys are really...
I'm chilling. I will forfeit to Adrian.
Drank the water and it made it spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I took one little bite. I'm okay.
It'll do that to you.
Yeah, most of it.
It was deceiving because it smelled like regular chocolate. But I think the little Rice Krispie parts of it is what the spice has, you know? Because, like,
Oh, you
right
think-
when you bit into it, the crunchy parts, like,
Yeah.
it felt like it went, poof, like the heat.
Ooh, okay. Now it's starting to burn the whole mouth. Fuck.
Yeah, it's in my throat.
We're
How
gonna have
does
some
it feel?
fire later on.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sneaking up a little bit now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm starting to tear up.
This one was a delayed reaction, dude.
Oh yeah. Hey man, the one chip was kind of like this too. Like it started off kind of strong, got stronger and stronger. Though I'm hoping this one doesn't peak as long as. I don't think this one's gonna peak as bad as that one.
That's why we did it. We tried to talk about our favorite movies after taking a bite of the one chip.
Okay.
So yeah, you want to do that again? Has that changed?
We can do a different topic. Since you guys already talked about the recipes. Don't want to say it again, you know?
We can do. What's your favorite movie you've seen in the last year? How about that?
The last recent movie?
Okay.
Within the last year.
My most recent movie was Godzilla. And I don't really want to say too much because I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but it was great. I really liked it.
That's your movie for the year? Your favorite?
No, it doesn't have to come out this year. It's just a movie you saw this year.
So far,
Oh,
the one I can think of right now. that I really liked.
Because it's called the Godzilla chocolate or somewhere. But which Godzilla?
Godzilla -1.
Oh, I thought you guys said you haven't watched it.
You did.
I watched it.
Oh,
They-
okay.
Nobody else has. So.
All right.
I
it
feel like
was
it's
great.
subsiding already. Wow.
Yeah, I think I might throw this up later. I feel it.
Oh no.
It's already making you sick.
Yeah, I feel it in my stomach.
Did you eat a whole
Ice
piece?
Almost all beat.
Oh wow.
Wow, what happened? You were the champion last time.
I don't know, man.
I'm chilling.
I think it's the chocolate, like the sweetness. It's getting to me.
It's
And
the
chip
milk.
was just
Ooh.
the chip.
I like
milk.
it.
Yeah.
I like the ASMR of Tress over there getting ice cream.
Oh,
That sounds really nice.
You can hear that?
Of course, bro. You got the mic on. It's nice.
Terrible.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I never want spicy chocolate ever again. That was nasty.
I don't know, man. It's sort of subsiding. I know I shouldn't do another piece
You're struggling to talk.
because my nose is starting to get stuck because.
I mean, the spiciness isn't as bad, obviously, but
nah.
it's just the sweetness. I don't know. I think it's getting to me.
Oh.
Like the chocolate is.
See, yeah, I mean, this is a little weird. The one spicy sweet thing that I did like, I did get a spicy like jelly or jam, whatever the fuck you call it, spread. I think it was jelly.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever. That was really good. That was like really nice because the spice was actually it wasn't this because I don't like the way this tastes. The spiciness, whichever one this is, I don't like it. But there's some better ones you get and you spread it. It's like perfection. Get the sweet with the chili. It's so nice of a kick. I don't think this is sweet enough actually to kind of cover it honestly. The chocolate, if it was more, yeah.
You want more?
No. Ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You know what? I think I'm fine without the ice cream. I think we're golden. I think it's gone away for the most part.
Yeah, mine's gone away too.
What's been a movie that you were disappointed by, or that you went to go watch it and it just ended up being really bad?
This year?
Yeah.
Almost nothing because, like, the standard is you kind of have to be good.
Yeah.
You know, because otherwise you're not going to make any money. You know? So I haven't really been disappointed by anything this year.
Yeah, I went to go watch Strays, and I was like, this movie sucks.
Wait, which one?
Strays, the one with the talking dogs? It's
Oh my God.
and
I
Jamie
mean,
Foxx.
I think based off the trailer, you
Yeah.
can kind of tell it's not gonna be great.
I wanted to watch
it was,
that.
It was like, it felt like first draft of jokes, because they're like
Yeah.
the most simple jokes, and I was like, this kind of like, and I went with a friend of mine, and I think we only laughed like at three jokes throughout the whole movie.
And they weren't intentional, huh?
I don't know. I'm still down for a Cocaine Bear for movie of the year. That movie was fucking.
That was a good movie. Yeah.
That
Did
was
that
last
come
year.
out this year? I thought it came out last year.
Yeah, that's an old movie.
Was it last year?
An old movie.
I thought it was this year. Am I?
I think that's last year. Like end of last year.
Well, when you get old, time is irrelevant,
Times
and I'm an old man.
Okay.
If that's last year, didn't Silent Night? No, Violent Night.
That was
That was last year too?
That was definitely last year.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie was amazing. Oh my god,
that
I love that movie.
that was great.
Holy shit! Probably next to Die Hard, my favorite Christmas movie.
Hey,
Those are big words.
What's your favorite Christmas movie? We're coming up to Christmas season. Maybe just released after Christmas. Who cares?
My favorite go-to Christmas movie is Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah.
That's like a tradition for me to watch every year. Like that movie is just good memories. Turbo Man, like
Yeah.
he's just so great in that movie.
yeah.
Such a great story. That and Elf.
Yeah. of
Elf.
course.
It's
Elf's
weird
classic.
because it's like probably the only modern Christmas movie that I like actually enjoy and want to watch all the time.
20 years ago was modern shit.
Yeah, because what other good Christmas movie came
They're
out
usually
after
all
that,
classics,
you know?
you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like it's hard for a movie that's come out like that recently to be like a classic.
Yeah.
But Elf is definitely.
It's up there.
I wouldn't. As much as I want to consider it modern because I don't want to call myself old, that movie's old.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you were fucking 10 when that shit came out, man.
What about Polar Express? When did that come out?
Probably around the same time, right?
Probably.
No, probably
Was it
earlier. I
earlier?
think. I think it's earlier.
The Elf? Yeah, actually, no. Google, help me out. Now I'm interested. This is.
What was the company that made that? I know it's Robert Zemeckis is the director.
Right. You know, I don't know.
This company.
Are you still eating the chocolate? Blue?
That's the second piece.
Polar
Yeah.
Express is 2004.
I'm just eating it casually now.
Elf is older
I'm
than
like
Polar Express
visibly
by a year.
uncomfortable.
Oh, for real?
Elf
By
is-
year?
Elf is 2003, Polar Express 2004.
Oh, okay. I always thought Polar Express was like
The animated one?
the older one. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was an Uncanny Valley CG when they were.
Yeah, the visuals are dated,
Yeah.
but the heart is in the right place.
Yeah. True.
It's in the right place.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not the kind of person that like really watches that movie more than like one time. You know, like.
What?
me.
Polar Express?
Polar
or?
Express,
Ah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
I've watched it
can't
multiple
think of
times only
recent
because they put it on in school. That was it.
Yeah.
When I was a kid. Yeah.
Can you think of recent like Christmas movies that you're like are really good? Because other than the elf,
Other than Violet Night, no.
I kind of liked I don't know, Eddie Murphy's new one. What was it called?
Oh,
I didn't think it was bad. What was it called?
I don't remember the name of it, but I know that Amazon movie.
Yeah,
Candy Cane Lane.
That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was all right. That was pretty good.
I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
I haven't watched it either.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
now that the chocolate's got exciting,
okay, that's good.
and that
that.
you know, everything's kind of winding down.
Yeah, take
Yeah. There we
One
go.
more. Uh-huh.
Let's go down to George. You're always the one that comes up with like a really good closing question, man. What you got? Let's go ahead and on a good one.
Well, honestly, since it was mostly cons and your experience is cosplaying, what's been your favorite experience or maybe your worst experience at a con?
Oh, that's a good question. I think all my worst experiences are typically people that come and want to interrupt me when I don't want to be bothered. You know, like if I'm taking a break and I'm exhausted and I'm obviously like sitting down trying to eat and people kind of get they have a little fit if I say no to a photo, like that is not typically, that happens. Yeah. Or like the occasional like weird guy that comes and tries to hit on me or something. That's so uncomfortable. It's like, leave me alone. I've had someone like kind of follow me around a convention center before, and that is just never a good feeling. And so there's that, or maybe even like someone trying to like quiz me on the character I'm dressing up as, you know, to make sure I'm a real fan. Oh, I hate when people assume that since I'm a woman that I don't know anything about like nerd culture. Oh my god, I have a good story about that if you guys want to hear that.
Let's go.
It didn't happen at a convention, but I'm a huge Daredevil fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have him tattooed on my arm and everything. Like I love the comics a lot. And I took a break from reading comics in general just because I was starting to lean more towards like anime around that time. And there was a new series coming out, and I saw that Elektra turned into Daredevil or was taking up that mantle in like one of the recent storylines. And I like Elektra, and I was like really curious about it, and I wanted to buy that issue of her as Daredevil on the cover. And I went to a comic book shop, and I guess that issue was so popular that was probably like my third comic book shop of the day, because everyone was like, oh no, sorry, like it's sold out. And so I went to this small little shop and I was like, hey guys, do you happen to have this issue? And they said, no, I'm sorry, but like we do have like the first like 5 issues or 10 issues in this trade if you want to read that, because I wanted to read it before I got to that part in the arc. So I was talking to the guy about Daredevil because I told him, I was like, you know, I took a little bit of a break, but I really like this writer and this artist. And I was pointing out all my favorite little issues and arcs. And he was listening to me, asking me a couple more questions. And then after a while, he looks at me and he's like, you know what? I thought you were maybe someone that just wanted to pick it up and resell this issue, but we actually have some of those issues you're looking for in the back. I just wanted to make sure you're a real fan. That's what he said to me. He said that. He's like, I want to make sure you were actually like really wanting this issue because you're a fan and not because you're a bandwagoner. And I was like, okay, like why would you? Why?
Yeah, why would you just assume that?
Yeah, so to tell me that you don't
holding on to those comics to resell them himself.
No, for real,
probably.
I have no idea, but like to tell me that you don't have it and then turn around and be like, actually, I do. Like that's so icky.
Yeah, I mean, at least respect to the guy for not questioning your shit. Be like, really?
But
well,
he did.
The way he did.
though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The questions he would ask me were really like deep, the artist, the writer, like everything.
Okay.
And of course, I would just, I thought he was just having conversation with me. But now looking back at it, I'm like, oh, he was kind of, quizzing me on my knowledge. But yeah, I hate when that happens at a convention. So those are my negative experiences.
I used to be the guy who was like, name the fucking songs off your shirt.
No.
I used to be that guy.
I have such a terrible memory. So if anyone was to do that to me, I would blank. Like my mind goes blank, and I don't mean to.
Because people just don't answer questions on the spot. Yeah.
Yeah. It just I. I understand to an extent, like, you know, oh, like, do they really know? Like,
And then I was like, wow, why was that such a piece of shit?
I think at the end of the day, you should just be happy that someone wants to buy that merchandise or just represent it, you know?
And it's like all those people, like, now there's a big thing online about, like, people being mad that kids only know Metallica from fucking, what is it, the Stranger Things? So I'm like, hey, be happy they know your band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, a new generation of, you know, listeners.
Exactly. There's a lot of that in a lot of communities where people just want to gatekeep everything out of.
Yeah, I feel like that happens a lot in nerd culture too, especially with the popularity of it in like, you know, regular like you know, Marvel movies and stuff. People kind of bandwagon, but like you have to think that comics are really hard to get into. Like, there's no, oh, you got to read this first, because you know, the modern comics reference things that happened back in the 70s. Like, it's hard to like know where to start with comics. So for someone to want to start after watching a show, that should be a good way to like enter that.
It doesn't help at all. I mean, because it's like, don't you want your fandom to be like
growing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and you're not helping by trying to keep people out like that.
Yeah, and the bigger it gets, you get better stuff out of it. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you don't know stuff about? Of course not. You gotta get started somewhere. Jesus.
I feel like I got into comics like right at the perfect time, because it's when they came out with the Ultimate series.
So
I got really into Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But even before that, I like the old cartoons, so like the 90s X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a friend in school, like 5th grade, he would bring comics. So I would read the comics he would bring to school. But it wasn't until Ultimate Spider-Man where I started like actually keeping up with it. And then like my school library always had them, so I would get the hardcover Spider-Man comics and I would just read them at the library.
Oh, that's badass.
And now I went and bought the entire series.
Nice. There's only one comic book I ever kind of got into, and it's not even English or anything. It's called Alan Ford. It's Italian, but it was translated into Serbian and Croatian. It's kind of funny, as I have issues in both languages, and they're so different. It's like the translation is so slightly off for the characters, like where like just some things, like the way the character talks is so slightly different. You're like, huh. So I kind of like takes me out of it if I'm reading one issue in one language and one in the other. I'm like, they're basically the same language. They're exactly the same language, except for like, you know, one or two different things. I'm like, it's kind of odd. So literally, when you have like just two people, translating things differently, it makes me think about, you know, how you talk about watching anime. I'm sorry, going on another tangent here. Where you're just like, how different is the sub versus what they're actually saying?
We talked about this on the last podcast.
Oh, we did, yeah.
Because I was like, I guess the guest we had, she's like, I'm a subs person, like subs. And I was like, what's funny about that is like, if you watch it in subs, you'll know what they're actually saying. You can just read it. But when you watch the dub, you're seeing how much they repeat themselves. Like watching Demon Slayer, he's like, I'm going to end it now. I'm going to get it now. Do it now. And it's like trying to kill the same guy like over and over. And you're kind of like, oh man, the dialogue's really but if you're like, just listen to it in Japanese, you'll know what's going on. You're just hyped up.
So I also brought this up last time. Just want to ask you if you're aware. Did you know that there's a big debate in Japan for King of the Hill for the same reason? Sub or dub?
Oh, really?
They can actually understand Boomhauer.
Yeah. Yeah, they're Boomhauers actually.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So there's a big debate over there just for that too, which is really funny. If you go look at some Japanese forums, that's awesome.
Oh, that's really funny.
So that is literally Texas anime. All right. And on that note, thank you so much, Rhoda, for coming on. I really appreciate you. If you want to check her stuff out, she's got stuff on Ramosa Flower on Instagram. There's a Twitch. If you ever come back to that, will you come back to that?
I'm hoping to.
Nice. Okay, there's that. There's also a TikTok page and some other stuff. I think you're doing like a coffee and other stuff to help with your cosplays too. So hell yeah, hit her up if you want to see some new awesome cosplays. Really good page. Really suggesting 100%. Maybe run through one of the cons here. You know, we might.
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyways, so George, thank you for co-hosting. Cesar, thank you for the chocolates. I wish it was spicier.
Very anticlimactic.
I think I thought it would be worse.
I mean, my stomach hurts.
Well, okay, yeah. I'm glad you had fun.
That's all that matters.
At least one is down.
Adrian, thank you so much for joining us for the chocolate, man, the camera. Also, same for you, Tresford. Also, thank you for being mean to the guests. Really appreciate that, too. And Manuel, who's not here, always appreciate you, buddy. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Check us out on all our social bullshit. And yeah, see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
Yay.